Right, welcome back everybody. Let's get into the trending topics section. And what is topping the list? Don't suppose it's a surprise for any one of us. Let's put it up. Nathi and Tetwa. We are still on about this flag. I must say, if government or the department ignore the outrage on this one, then I don't know. I really don't understand. So if you've been under a rock for a while, because you really would have to have been under a rock for a while to not have heard the story, that the Arts and Culture Department, what they want to do is erect a monumental flag, and it's going to cost 22 million rand to erect this flag. And the Minister, Nathi Tetwa, is adamant this is going to go. And yeah, apparently according to the DA, they're saying that the government has already spent 1.7 million on this flag before any construction has even began. That's according to the DA. They're coming out and talking about this. There's petitions to stop the construction of this flag. And many people are saying, you know, when you look at sports, when you look at arts and culture in this country, theatres that are empty, sports stadia that are empty and about to be taken down and destroyed, which I'm going to leave that to you to talk about, spending hundreds of millions on a stadium, never using it, and then spending almost the same amount to destroy it is what we're talking about. People are not happy about this at all. So yeah, 1922.
So the stadium project, which is kind of an aside, but kind of also associated with all of this, if we're talking sports, arts, culture, and the lack of facilities and resources for artists and sportsmen and women. The HM Pitcher Stadium in Tshwane. Now, there's a bit of a scandal brewing around this particular one. So the stadium that never was, is as the Daily Maverick put it, and they say this stadium was built at a cost of 140 million rand. So at the time it was said that it would be used as one of the training facilities for the World Cup 2010 when they started construction on it. And then post the World Cup, it would have been a facility that hopefully Mamelodi Sundowns would have used, but never happened. So it was built at a cost of 140 million rand, very shoddily done, never used. Now this is important, the fact that it was never
nobody
used.
Ever kicked a soccer ball in there, is that what you're saying?
Nobody
never
ever,
used.
because the stadium was never deemed fit. The structures were suspect, so it was never used at 140 million rand cost. And now it seems as though the MEC has indicated that they are now going to demolish the structure that was never used. Now the amount is a bit, questionable on many fronts, but according to the Daily Maverick, 84 million rand is what it's going to cost to demolish a stadium that's already stripped. So as you've seen with the railway stations and all of these, how people go and they strip all of the steel works and it's stripped. There's only this concrete,
and it's
not even
cost
concrete, like a cement
grandstand
that's left there. And I don't know, something like a pitch that resembles a stadium that would have been there at some point. So there's basically nothing, but it apparently is now going to cost 84 million to demolish the nothing that is left there of a stadium that was never used at a cost of 140 million rand to build to the taxpayer. So this is also getting people totally riled up.
Angry.
Yeah.
People are angry. And
people are very angry about what's going on here.
Yeah.
So essentially these are some of the stories, and it all finds traction in this particular hashtag around the 22 million rand proposed monumental flag.
Yeah.
Robert Marawa. So as you would know, Penny Libyane, she actually tweeted. Do you have Penny there?
I have got Penny over here, and Penny was responding to, remember the day before Bonang was tweeting,
Yes.
and Bonang was saying how, she literally
said,
came on a
Minister must
rampage.
go away.
You're useless and we all hate you, in a nutshell. That was exactly what she tweeted. Penny came out the following morning and then said, obviously Nathi Tetwa is not liked by a whole industry that hates itself. So nothing new here for me, but I have a question. How did they build your favorites? The Eiffel Tower in Paris, the Statue of Liberty in New York, Christ the Redeemer in Rio de Janeiro. Why do you like them? I've not studied the feasibility document on the flag to cost 22 million rand, so I'm limited there, but it doesn't sound like a lot of money for something that will outlive me.
All right.
That's what she said.
So,
and there was a bit more. And she did go on to say, I'm not paid to say this. Let me free you, I am not. Anyway, this was the crux of it all. And then Robert came and educated
cue
a bit.
Robert as one of the respondents to Penny Lebiane's tweet. And this is what Marawa had to say. And he says, they were not flags. They were not vanity projects in a struggling economy of mass youth unemployment caused by a thieving government. Here is some leisure reading for Penny now. And the leisure reading is one about France and the United States joining forces to create the Statue of Liberty. Also, the Eiffel Tower that was put up, and essentially the architect and the person responsible for the construction of this Eiffel. This was supposed to be during the World Fair, but the plan was, of course, to tear it down after 20 years. But because of some of the infrastructure that was put on the tower, the government decided, well, it's useful, so we won't take it down. And obviously also on Christ the Redeemer statue, Robert gave Penny some reading to do on all three of them.
Oh, those structures. So yeah, that was going down, and everyone commenting to this. And it just, like we say, this trending topic's not going anywhere, and the comments around it are certainly not going anywhere either. And I think it's just going to, I mean, we really did. I think we tried to invite somebody from the department just to talk to them and have a conversation with them about all of this. And yeah, that wasn't to happen, unfortunately. All right, now, next trend. Here's one for you. R1 million. And I'm thinking, who won R1 million? What's going on? Why is that trending this morning? Well, no one has won R1 million. But you, my friends, can win R1,000 if you get vaccinated. You're not going to get R1,000. You may win R1,000. You'll enter like a competition or something.
A lucky draw.
And you might get R1,000. So people are commenting on this and say it's a new incentive from government that they have put together. Where I'll find the name for you. Sorry that I just lost the whole thing about it. But it's a new thing that they've got, and if you get vaccinated, you stand a chance of winning R1,000. And South Africans are like, you are kidding us. We really do take us for granted, don't you?
R1,000.
Yeah, R1,000.
Maybe for R1 million.
That was what they were saying. Maybe R1 million, we'll think about it. We'll consider
and we'll think about it.
But R1,000, not going to get it. So yeah, anyway, there's where R1 million is trending as well this morning.
Yeah.
Last one?
The last one, of course, the tragic one, Paul Moerane, who was briefly the mayor of the city of Johannesburg after the death of Jolly D. Matongo, who unfortunately died after a car accident. And you would remember Jolly D. Matongo became the mayor after Jeff Makubo, who was the mayor of the city of Johannesburg, passed away. So essentially, 3 mayors of the city of Johannesburg, 3 people who have held that position, dying in the space of, is it a year?
Yeah.
Yeah. A year, less than a year?
Less than a year, I think.
3 people who have held that position have passed away in the space of 8 months. 3 men who were the mayor of Johannesburg at some point have passed away. So people talking about that, but very sad. And of course, condolences to the family, the Moerane family, and all Mpho Moerane's friends, comrades, our sincere condolences to you all.
Yeah, indeed. All right, very, very sad. And that kind of wraps up our trending topics. But we just want to show you a photograph very quickly of this stadium.
HM picture.
This is it.
There it is.
That's it. So that was the 180 million? Is that how much I spent on constructing this?
So
nice job.
140 million.
Oh, sorry,
140 million. So I don't know what went on here. The design of the stadium was part of the problem, because when the powers that be, the football powers that be, went out and inspected this facility, they were like, no, the stands are not properly positioned. as you can see here to your left, if you look where the grandstand is, there seems to be a stand behind the grandstand. I don't know what's happening there. Look at the grandstand itself. Apparently it's cement structures, and they were concerned that this thing would not be able to hold the weight of the fans. So these are among the reasons why that stadium was never used.
Yeah. But now you tell me to take that down is going to take
84 million to demolish. I can do it
Something's-
for less. I
me
volunteer to do it for less.
I'll bring me and my friends. We'll make
Yeah,
a plan.
maybe we should
We'll
go.
do it together.
Yeah,
do it together. We'll go
maybe
and
we
just
should
rip
go.
the thing apart.
Morning live, one day, we take
Yeah.
the crew, we go out, we start demolishing.
In Samuel?
No,
We
no,
do-
no. We just do it.
Do it.
We just take things apart. I mean, how difficult is it? If you take even if you take a sledgehammer, maybe I won't be able to do it, but maybe, something.
You mean you've had an angry day? We'll go there and just, yeah, we'll do
Knock
it.
it off.
For that million, that million we were asking for to get vaccinated, that one. I'll take just the million. What do you think? All right.
I'm with you.
Enough. We're being naughty. We really are being naughty before anybody takes us seriously. But let's take a look at the question of the day this morning. This is, again, the flag.
Because
the
this is
flag,
what
the flag.
everybody's talking
everyone.
about.
We've already asked you this question. but
Last week.
There's no way we can avoid going back there because this is all anyone's talking about.
So, as this conversation rages on around this proposed 22 million rand monumental flag, what do you believe government should do? Because at this point, I'm wondering whether government is actually taking cognizance of the outrage that's being expressed, or are they just, going to soldier on and do whatever they wanted to do anyway?
I don't know.
I'm very curious to see how this ultimately unfolds.
I would listen. If I was anybody of any form of importance, I would listen, because I can only imagine if this project goes ahead and it is erected, it is not going to bring the desired effects that you were hoping for, and saying that it's going to bring about national pride and it'll be that thing that we all look at and it unites us. I'm not sure it's going to do that.
What was that tweet last week? Someone said
It
every
blows
time
when
the
the wind
flag blows, every time the wind blows, it's
that
going to
flag
blow
blows Ubuntu.
positivity and Ubuntu.
If it does that, then put it up. Then you got it.
And then
You
we got
it.
something.
Go for it.
Yeah.
All right. We've got to take a break. We'll see you after this. Stay tuned.